This is Maeve and our week 2 recap.
Hello, good morning.
So first thing we did this week, I did warm her up with some toy play first. And then we are gonna just charge that clicker a few times like we did last week. This week she really should know what that click means. It's just a reminder, reinforcer of the click means you're gonna get food. So remember, we're clicking and then feeding food. We're not expecting anything specific from her right now, but I'm also not going to capture any negative behaviors. Good girl. Same thing, we're going to charge that release word. Okay. Maeve. And then I am going to go right into pairing or playing the flying cookie game with that. Okay. Maeve. Good. So remember, we toss that food, and as soon as she's done eating, that's when we call her. Okay. Maeve. Good. And then as soon as she turns towards us, that's what we're clicking and that's what we're feeding. Good job, pretty girl. Working on following a food lure this week. We are taking more steps. Good girl. I also like to walk them in like a loose leash formation. So I like to have them walk on my side. Good girl. Where are you going? And again, we'll pair that with her name. Maeve. Good girl. Turn around. Maeve. Good girl. Okay. Nice. So when I'm doing following a food lure and gearing it towards like my leash skills, I want her at my side. I'm not gonna have her too far in front of me. I also don't want her too far behind me. So just right at my side. What a good girl. Let's go. Good job. And then after a few steps, I would mark and feed her for staying next to you and following that food. Yeah, very good girl. All right, get it. Next thing I want to work on is going to be her hand targets. So hand targets this week, we are fading having food in our hands. Now that doesn't mean I'm not going to feed her. I still will feed her after I mark and after I click. So the first rep you could do with food in your hand, just again as a reminder what we're doing. So same as last week. Touch. Whoa. And then I'm going to do it again just with no food in my hand. Maeve, touch. Good. So that was a flat palm, no food in my hand, and as soon as I felt her nose engage with my palm, that is when I clicked, and that is when I fed her. Get it? I'm gonna do the same thing with my other hand. Touch. Good girl. So that rep was with food. Maeve, touch. Very good. And that rep was without food. Good girl. Get it. Touch. Good. So notice how we're also getting a little bit more distance with this one. I can toss, get it, a get it cookie, touch. She's gonna say, no, not that time. So troubleshooting through that, she is offering sometimes a little bit more distance, other times, like you just saw, not so much. So if we have a moment like that where we're asking for the behavior, and she doesn't offer it, I would go back to having food. gonna do it in that left hand because that's what she blew off. Touch. Good. Do a few reps with food. Get it. And then do one without. Touch. Good girl. Yeah, that left hand she's a little bit more unsure about. Touch. Touch. Good girl. So that final rep, no food, and we'll be done there. Good job, baby. Get it. Sit. Good girl. So this week with sit, I'm trying to just use that verbal cue. She just keeps sliding on the hardwood. Okay. And then building that duration. So coming in with those follow-up cookies to get her to stay in that sit, and then the final cookie to release her. Get it. Sit. Good girl. Oops. So don't feed her for the oopses. She got up out of that sit. Wait a few seconds. Okay, you're just melting on the floor. Wait a few seconds for her to hold like a duration in the sit, and then I would release her. Let's do it one more time. Go get it. Sit. Good girl. Okay. Very nice. Maeve. Yeah, good girl. I'll get the toy out, see if she wants to play for a second, take a little break. Oh my gosh, you got it. Oh, you got it. Good girl. Oh, good job. Where you going with that? Where you going? Oh, thank you. All right, another new behavior that we worked on this week is going to be down. So for that, I am using food, and I'm going to have multiple pieces ready so I can work on that duration. So she'll start from a sit, food at nose level, and then we're going to come down to the ground. Good girl. Click and feed as soon as she is all her butt's on the ground, her elbows have touched the ground. Feed for that duration. Okay. And then release her. So again, she's already in that sit. Food at nose level. Down. Good girl. Very good girl. Good job. Okay. Nice. Let's do that one more time. Yeah, you're so pretty. Down. Good girl. Okay. Nice. Good job. All right, ma'am, where's your mat? Over here. So for the mat this week, our mat is staying stationary, meaning I'm not going to pick it up and move it like we did last week. My goal for the mat this week is she will come over and offer a sit or a down, even better. And then we'll release her from the mat and then we'll call her back over. What did I do with my clicker? Okay. Go to your mat. Good. So clicking the initial sit, feeding, and then coming in with your follow-up cookies. Good girl. And I'll release her. Okay. Maeve. Pop up, Matt. What a good girl. You're so smart. Good job. Now I'll release her in a different direction. Okay. Oh, that went so far. Matt. Good girl. What? It's on the mat. You missed it. Use your nose. Oh, you silly puppy. Okay. Good job, baby. All right, so that is that for the mat this week. And then our new thing is gonna be the crate. Let me pull it out where we can see it a little better. So our goal this week with the crate is going to load the puppies in. Once they're 4 paws in, we will click, we will feed, and then we'll feed duration for staying in the crate, and then a final cookie to release her. Kennel. Girl. In these beginning stages, you might have to put food at the back of the kennel to encourage her to come all the way in. Oh, good girl. Okay. Kennel. Very similar to the mat, we want to make sure that we release her before she releases herself. Good girl. Okay. Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, you found it. Good job. Kennel. Good girl. Very good. Okay. Nice. All right, let's just move that off to the side. Hi, lovey. All right, so next thing we'll work on is going to be her handling. So this week with handling, we continue to build on the duration of the things that we worked on last week. So I want to have her attached to a piece of food. And then when she's attached, I'm going to work on that gentle hand under the belly. Yes, good girl. New this week is adding a second hand. Yes, good. That is what you would call, or what we would call in the vet's office, the bear hug. I don't really feel like it's being used as often as it was, but some places still do. So it's good to have her used to being potentially handled that way. Yes. Good girl. We're gonna still lift her tail. Yes. Good girl. And again, the duration, so just counting in your head, maybe 3-4 seconds. Looking up at her ears. I'm gonna flip the ear and then add a little massage. Yes. Good girl. Same thing on the other side. Yes. Very good. Looking in her mouth. Oh my goodness. Yes. Getting further back. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So good. Yes. So the way that I do that, again, it's hard to see it on the camera, but I get my thumb, kind of push up the gum near that big canine tooth, and then I slide my thumb back, keeping the lip fold up so that I can see her teeth. What are you doing? New thing this week, where did I put them? Is introducing some grooming tools. So for our brush, this is a slicker brush. You will probably need this for her. This week we're doing the flat side of the brush. Can you get up? So flat side, swipe down. Yes. Give her a piece of food. Remember, she's attached to food in my right hand. We'll do that again, just a swipe. Yes. Good girl. I also want to make sure I can come up near her face. Yes. Good job. And her chest. Yes. Good girl. Now next week we will flip it over, do the bristle side. This week it's just the object coming towards her and touching her. The bristles, this has like a little cover on it, but they still can be like a little abrasive and startling. So we just want to use the flat side first. Now I'm going to introduce nail trimmers. So she's attached to food. I'm starting at the shoulder and gliding down. Once I get to her paw, yes, and feed. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Shoulder, slide down. Yes, good girl. Hopefully get her into a stand for the back paws. Still starting at the shoulder, gliding down. Yes, good girl. All right, one more paw. Yes, very good job. Okay. And with her paws, I would still remember to practice just handling the paws themselves, individualizing each toe. That way you can get your hand on each nail. Good. So I'm kind of just holding her paw and swiping the fur back. Yes, good job. Okay, and then make sure to do that on all 4 paws. And the last thing we're gonna do is get her attached to her leash. This week with the leash, she is gonna be dragging the leash. Good girl. So for that, we'll just play the flying cookie game. Get it. Maeve. Good girl. Get it. Maeve. Good. So that way she sees the leash behind her. She doesn't worry about it. She checked it out a little bit there, but it didn't concern her. Get it. Maeve. Good. Get it. Maeve. Good girl. And then to get that leash off, I just show her food, unhook. Very good girl. And that'll be it for Maeve's week 2 recap.